2 decades of severe weather experience, here for you when it counts. This is Doc Deason's Weather, live now.
Hi, everybody. It's 11:16. We got tornado warning now active for Henderson County as well as Van Zandt County. I've been out of the office handling some issues with some real estate stuff that involves some rain and some water in some areas that people don't necessarily like having water. So handling that and doing some of this at the same time. So appreciate you guys stopping in, and sorry we're a little bit late on this. Let's go to the radar and see what we do have cooking. The Weather Service office in Fort Worth went with a tornado warning for a storm that was over Henderson County. The storm is now kind of straddling the Henderson and Van Zandt County line. Let's get in here and put me small and that large. There we go. So here's the radar, and I think as far as what we have to work with at this point, we've got the storm that Weather Service ended up canceling the tornado warning on, but they had enough concern for it earlier on back over closer to I-45, where they went ahead and did issue for that. So they've gone ahead now with the severe thunderstorm warning, which will cover the storm Henderson County and Van Zandt County. That's going to go for 1-inch hail and about 60-mile-an-hour winds. That's going to run until, let's see here. What is that expiration time? Well, let's do it right here. Why don't we do this? So, severe thunderstorm warning, 11:16. Storm located near Athens, moving northeast at 25. So the warning runs until 11:45. Okay, so good news there. So we've gone down as far as our area of concern goes, as far as the products that are concerned. But we still have what looks like some pretty decent hail there, south side of Ben Wheeler. Here's Highway 64, running kind of northwest to southeast. There's Primrose. Here's Edom. There's Midway. And even Mars. Imagine that. You thought you were going to just deal with eclipse and astronomical stuff yesterday, but we got Mars on the map there along 773 south of Ben Wheeler. So if there's going to be hail, it's going to be in this area right here, south of 64. There's County Road 279, 773, kind of in that general triangular pocket, so to speak. And back closer to Athens, things have quieted down, which obviously is what we want to see. And so we've got moderate heavy rainfall there back over to near Berryville, and winds blowing pretty hard there, Stephen, in Athens. Okay, thanks for that. Let's see here. So the western couple of counties that we have, that we keep an eye on, myself speaking, of Anderson County, Houston County, and Henderson County, involved in that tornado watch box, and that'll run here for another couple of hours. There was some talk that the Weather Service and Storm Prediction Center might include, good to see you, Tracy, might include the some counties further to the east, but that was decided, they decided to hold off on that for now, with the thought that could be some additional things cooking later on in the day. And so that it's a little bit of background on where we are with things. Let me do this though first. Let me switch these radars real quick, and that's going to give us an even better look there from the Fort Worth side. So that also may display some of this stuff just a tad. So when we're looking at the hail again, south of Ben Wheeler, Highway 64. There's 64 right there. Anything in kind of this lavender shading is going to have potential for some hail, maybe up to quarters. Haven't seen a ton of hail out of this. Amy, Brownsboro tornado warning, they canceled the warning for the tornado. They've left and replaced it with a severe thunderstorm warning. So just FYI on that. Thanks, Helen. Appreciate you being here. So that's what we have now. Nothing tornadic, at least from a tornadic perspective. So that's good news there. So we'll continue to just kind of hang here for a few minutes and get ourselves adjusted. I'll tell you, the rainfall and the flash flooding concern has been the big piece of this here. For the most part, so far, we had some hail in spots, but more than anything else, really the heavy rain and the flash flood situation has been kind of top of the mind here so far. and I think that's going to continue with more rainfall coming into place. And as I posted earlier this morning on Twitter, a couple of rules of thumb. Number one, if you live in an area that is prone to flooding, easy for me to say, or if you know of an area that is prone to flooding, be prepared for that to be close to it or already there by this point, especially if you live in Smith County or really any of the surrounding counties with the kind of rain we've had. Number two, if you kind of come upon an area where water covers the roadway, don't try to drive through that. It's hard to tell the depth of it, especially at night. And so, we don't want to, we've had enough in the way of flooding issues as it is, but to have to pull people out of cars and whatnot, that is just not something that we want to have to contend with if we can avoid it at all. And again, a lot of these flash flood deaths happen at night, usually when the water depth is even harder to tell. But during the daylight hours, it's a little bit easier to make heads or tails of some things, but you'd be surprised how little water it takes to go ahead and float your car. So just be mindful of that. We'll look at some of these comments here. Thanks, Randy. Glad you're here, man. As far as Murchison, Sarah, you guys are looking okay in Murchison right now. Okay, we've still got the severe thunderstorm warning. That's going to go till 11:45, quarters and 60-mile-an-hour winds. So minimal severe weather criteria there. That's the kind of the threshold, we'll say, for severe thunderstorms, at least with this particular storm. And it looks like Weather Service has just canceled that. See that box go away like that? So they went ahead and canceled it early, which is great. Didn't look as strong as it had a little bit earlier on the radar. Here's what the radar loop has looked like or looks like from the past hour or so. See that storm coming off of I-45? Man, it was really humming and had a much better organization to it. But as it's moved further to the northeast, it seems to have lost a lot of that, and therefore the warning, which was initially tornadic, downgraded to severe thunderstorm, and now canceled altogether. So good news there. This is going to drop some pretty good rainfall there. Northern Smith County, you guys, Lindale, Hideaway Lake area, you got this thing coming up at you from the southwest. Looks like it'll pass probably just to the south of Van. Okay, but that's going to drop some additional heavy rainfall over an already waterlogged section of Smith County. Let's look back further to the west. We got these thunderstorms from Kaufman kind of arcing back to the southwest over near Waxahachie. No warnings within that, at least at the moment. This green box here, you see that? And that right there, those are flash flood warnings, which the Weather Service has rightfully issued, and no real surprise there with the heavy rain that we've had and the heavy rain that is ongoing. So no severe warnings besides the flash flooding going on down southwest of us, so that's good. Back into our area, we have got just moderate to some heavy rainfall, which is kind of moving back into central sections of Smith County now from the west and southwest. Let's flip over to the Shreveport radar to give ourselves a little bit better look at this, and you can kind of see where we've got rain, which has been pretty light for the last hour or two across Smith County. That's going to start to pick back up again. Ditto that for northeastern sections of Anderson County and the northern half of Cherokee County as well. Hefty rainfall there, northwest of Palestine, I guess I should say. That's going to pass north of the city of Palestine, so good news there. Thanks, Joan. Appreciate you being here. So further to the south, in the more robust and potentially volatile air mass down Sabine, St. Augustine, Shelby, Nacogdoches, Angelina County, that's really where I think we'll be watching this afternoon. This air mass down south has a lot more juice to it than the air mass does further to the north, and that is going to, I think, help to tip the scales into a bit more severe weather development further south, just south of I-20, as we go into the afternoon hours today. And that'll be something that we'll be watching and talking about as we kind of get past the lunch hour and head into the hours of peak heating. But as it stands right now, at least we're warning free, so that's always good. Again, my apologies for being a little late. Pulling the trigger here. Was out handling some real estate business for some folks, and had some unfortunate experience with some water, and so we're trying to get that squared away but get back here for you guys as we can. I'll be most likely doing some more stuff like this later on this afternoon. Brownsboro, Bridget, you guys are fine to resume your activities there. Just some moderate to heavy rainfall there. Brownsboro area back over to Murchison. The strongest, heaviest of the rain is north of y'all now, and it will continue to let up here over the next little bit. But as I said, as we go through the afternoon hours, if you would like to follow me there on any of the social media platforms, we're glad to do that. You can also, of course, email me. I don't do as much on the Instagram and the Twitter as we do on Facebook here, but we do live stream to all of those, including YouTube. When we're on here live, we're shoveling that to not only Facebook, but also to YouTube and Twitter. So if you've got some family and friends, let them know if you think they might enjoy that, because we appreciate the support on it, and will be something that I have a feeling we'll get a little bit more familiar with over the next couple of hours and over the next couple of weeks. April is our prime severe weather month, and so it's not really surprising that we've got all this kind of cooking. And so with the eclipse yesterday taking a lot of the air out of the room, so to speak, now that we're done with that, we can look ahead back towards the more normal type stuff for April, which is severe weather. Craig, saw you there, man. Lindale's fine. Showers and some heavy rainfall moving into the Lindale area shortly. This is the remnant of the storm that prompted the tornado warning and the severe thunderstorm warning early on. Both of those have since been canceled. But this will drop some hefty rainfall there, northern part of Smith County, up towards Jamestown and that area southeast towards I-20. So be mindful of that. Emory, you guys are fine, Wilma and Emory, for the time being. Okay. And I will, Rhonda. Thank you much. Let's see here. Marshall, Cameron, you're okay for now in Marshall. Pretty quiet, besides some showers there in central Harrison County. That stuff will continue to scoot off to the kind of to the east-northeast as well. Clear in Chandler? Yeah, Heidi, you're fine in Chandler for the moment. Just you've got probably some thunder that you're hearing off in the distance, but that is all she wrote, at least for you guys in Chandler. Thanks, Kelly. Good to have you here, my friend. Okay, I will be in the office here for most of the rest of the day, keeping tabs on stuff. And we'll be, I expect, talking to you guys here a little bit later on. For now, though, y'all enjoy the rest of your afternoon. Tornado watch western counties here. And otherwise, just some moderate to heavy rainfall. We'll have some rumbles of thunder off and on through the day. And we'll probably have some more severe weather at some point later on in the day. But I appreciate you stopping by for your support. We'll talk more a little bit later on, all right?
Thanks for watching this live broadcast from Doc Deason's Weather. When weather's at its worst, we're at our best. Doc Deason's Weather, the calm in the storm.